Hey guys, Big Heroes 9 here with your other co-host, Galactic Empire,
Hello.
bringing you another little episode, so to say, of the Flaming Snake podcast, where we will talk over week 6, go with our predictions for week 7, see how the MVP race is looking, and pretty much just have fun as usual, despite our beautiful little UNDELLA town music. Yeah, so a lot of things have happened in week 6.
First
Uh,
things first, though, I do want to just point
son
out,
of a
though,
bitch.
I'm sorry if I sound a little bit different or whatnot and everything. My microphone is being a shithead, and it's stopped working. So I'm currently yelling into my computer so I can talk to everybody, hoping y'all can hear me. So I apologize if, like I said, I'm a little bit off this week. I'm gonna try and get that fixed before the next one.
Thanks for reminding me to put family friendly on my podcast. Anyways.
Damn it!
Also, I just realized something. Week 4, we had four 4-0s. Coincidence? I think not.
4-4-0s or 4-4-0s or more?
No, 4 4-0s in week 4. Coincidence? I
Oh,
think
in week
not.
4? Oh.
Whatever.
Yeah, we did.
It was good. Anyways, so with that being said, let's get on to week 6 with one of the possible game of the weeks, to be honest. Tash versus Afonso.
Okay, time to bring out my notes.
As I start.
I think this one here was, this is a little bit later, kind of like middle in the game and everything, or not middle, but, this was the biggest note that I got out of it, was stacking Comfey was the wrong play. When you had it in against Tapu Koko, letting it go down, it was just the wrong play. It did so much, left, even though it was, switcherooed by the Klefki, which was another note that was a nice job, going ahead and stopping the Comfey with switcheroo. Tash, that was a nice double Will-O-Wisp, predicting the switch, out of this arena. So good job there. There was also a lot of statuses being thrown around, whether it be Toxic, Paralysis, and T-Wave, or Will-O-Wisp. There was quite a bit of that in this battle. This resulted into Tash getting parried multiple times, as well as missing a few, I think 2 or 3 meteor mashes, with the Metagross. The Coco item was perfect, unless Tash wasn't running Arena Trap. As I would have expected, and I think that would have been just the item to use anyways, but nice prep. Also Tash, nice job stopping the Mega Gyarados with the Whirlwind and just going in straight, just getting rid of it and everything. That was thing to stop that from sweeping. And then my last note was the Z move on Haxorus to kill the Skarmory, to finish out the game there with a sweep was good. So
Said all
those
the.
are my notes.
Oh my god, we haven't even gone halfway through the battle.
It's a long battle.
It is a long battle.
I think it took to like turn
49.
35.
49.
Oh, that was the first kill?
That was not the first kill. That was the end game.
No, oh, but say, because I'm pretty sure like the first kill was at like turn 30 something. It took a while, but once things got moving, they sped up.
No, it was before 39, man.
No, I'm saying like 32.
Yeah, it was
Around turn 30 is
Yeah.
when the first one went down.
Yeah. Alright,
And in some battles they're over before turn 30.
next up we have... Something just exit out? Question mark?
What did you do?
Nothing. I thought something like hit something. Okay, next up we have Leafy versus Cynthia in a really kind of shocking match, to be honest.
Yeah, also, like I said last time and everything, where, statuses played a major role in the battle, this one was ironically no different, whether it be T-Wave, which Cynthia used quite a lot of and everything. It T-waved the Regirock the Keldeo, which was really, really unfortunate. It stopped it from doing a lot of damage, probably the most damage out of Leafy's entire team. However, I don't think that would have changed the end result. Taunt was used quite a bit. I'm not sure if it was just me, but the Sap Sipper Miltank was an extremely easy read. Extremely easy switch in and read. I'm not sure if that, like I said, I'm not sure if that was just me in particular, but I read that extremely easily. And I would have made a counter to expect the Miltank coming in. Um, So, another thing was sacking Sableye also, I think, was a little bit of the wrong play and everything. You got status, and you got statused hard. I don't know what your Sableye set was, but I'm assuming you ran a couple status moves due to Prankster, which I think would have at least helped or at least lowered that differential from a 4-0. So I think you should have statused Cynthia's team just as much as she was statusing yours. It was really smart, not mega evolving Autono and everything, with the Jirachi sitting right there and everything. I keep it that way. I keep it the you don't have to mega evolve turn 1 for multiple reasons. One of those being for something similar like that, it gives a little bit more strategy, but also for certain mons like Mega Sharpedo, which
Trash
speed
mon.
boost comes into play and which will boost it from like tier 4 to tier 2 in the megas. Um, and then
Somewhat.
the double protect was kind of lucky at the end and everything to let Darmanitan go down to the recoil and the toxic. Not well, basically to the recoil, but it let the toxic do work so that the recoil had a chance to kill it. Um, so those are my notes from that, except for the fact that, like I said, Leafy, I really think was just outmatched here and everything. Cynthia's team, it really did just do a number to Leafy's team. Like I said, Leafy's been doing extremely well recently and everything, so I don't want anybody to think that his 1-5 record is anything to show for it. Really, it should be 2-4. He should have beaten me week 4. But a lot of his battles here and everything, like I said, have just either been simple errors um, or just I don't know, but he's played a lot better than what his record has is showing.
Oh yeah,
As you can see, he's 1-5, but he's only -10. I mean that's hard to do. So to be that far back, but still have that low of a differential. So I'm still looking for good things to come out of this team.
oh yeah, definitely. I think I don't know. There's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, hey, it's a 1-5 record. Like this team isn't going anywhere, basically." And I know I can be one of those people who are like that. But
Oh my god, I'm 0-3 and I'm not gonna make playoffs. Oh, kill me now.
I did not say something like that.
It was close enough.
It was close enough. Cause I wouldn't. Also, again, you
You
were like
said that
super
before the
early.
season even started.
Um, I knew the team was good, but yeah, after Gil, I basically kind of gave up. Cause Gil is Gil, and nobody likes Gil. Anyways, oh okay, now I
You
see
don't
what's
like
going on.
Gil.
A lot of people don't like Gil. Anyways, speaking of Gil, we have the a really good match, honestly, except for the fact that
Thank you.
Gil basically didn't do enough, which is a good thing for basically only me.
And
Anyways,
me.
well, yeah, and you, I guess. Actually, yeah, well, I don't know. It could be good for a bunch of people. Anyways, Gala,
I was happy with it.
take it away.
Um, so I didn't bring that many notes and everything.
Of course you didn't.
I didn't put that many notes because I didn't want to go over a lot of it. So, Guild, it was a nice prediction on the Megalopony when I clicked return and everything. I was close of clicking just going for like something like a high jump kick or maybe even just like a drain punch or something like that. But then you actually got the paralysis with the body slam. That was a tad annoying, I'll have you know. The salt came out at the end of that turn. So I'm not sure if you were just trying to, or just being smart or stupid. I think it was a mixture of both, but because that thing really did a lot. So I also think sacking it was another problem. Um, a couple of these are notes for myself and everything because you really didn't play well. Besides like a couple of nice or something like that, your prep was. I was scared of like 2 or 3 things, and you brought none of them. I was extremely scared for the Mandibuzz. I was afraid of the Altaria, even though I had a few counters to it. I didn't bring one of my counters to it. Because I didn't, my main counter, because I didn't expect you to bring it because of that, but I had other counters just in case. Mega Altari is always a problem if it can sweep. And then I was afraid of Tentacle coming as well, but, so I had a nice U-turn on the Rabombi. I think I played that really well, being able to get Zapdos out of there and stop Rabombi from setting up even. And then I wanted to thank Flygon here for helping me out a little bit with prep and everything. We had very similar Arcanine sets, however, he did give me the idea to include the move, which did help me end up clinching the game, being able to roar out the Swoobat, which I didn't expect him to bring. Um, but um, but yeah, so I wanted to thank Flygon for that because it came in really handy. And then Arcanine and Zapdos really just defensively walled you. So he also, like I said, he helped me with the sets of those, but like very similar, more of just changing a little bit of stats in like one move. But ba general, um, agreement with them. So
Yeah.
and that's all my notes.
So basically, I think that this I don't know really, cause there was a lot of like good things that you did, and yet Gil just kind of threw that match away, and I think that could even cost him playoffs one day. Anyways, next up we have is the
Red King versus Nick. Yeah, Nick broke his phone, and when he got his new one, he texted late last night around 1 a.m. and said, "I'm so sorry. I broke my phone. I got a new one, and that it never turned on his notifications. And he thought he had done his battle for the week, and so he said he apologized. But he's ready to go up for the next week. So that was like legitimately an hour after I gave Red King the forfeit. So unfortunate and everything, but um, I did give him 48 hours after the deadline because we hadn't heard anything from him in a few days. So but it was what it was. So he'll be back doing week 7.
yeah. So with that being said, next up we have Bryn versus Celebi, and my Jesus.
I don't have
Go-
many notes for this one either. I have
Um,
less notes for this one than I did my own battle.
Alright, let's do this. Go ahead,
Okay, so I'll say these really slowly because
please.
it's a somewhat decent sized battle, I think, and I have 3 notes. So, so the Focus Sash, you brought Focus Sash on the Alakazam that stopped Manaphy from doing a lot of work. Passing Manaphy speed, and then setting up with a tail glow and everything. Like I said, in the previous video and everything, Celebi likes to set up early. If you keep stuff like Focus Sash, or you keep checks, and just be mindful of the fact that he likes to set up early and sweep, you should be okay. However, like I said, if you didn't expect that and everything, you would have been done from the start, which Manaphy would have done. Um, however, stopped because of good prep and knowledge. Um, Another one was I put nice job bringing a sub wear set and everything. That was really smart. It basically crippled the Mega Aggron process of crippling yourself. However, I think just sacking the Beware at that point was your right move and not going into Mega Camera Up and sacking that. Because you could have easily gone out into what you did later, and killed the Mega Aggron anyways. So I think at that point, just sacking the Beware, which was at like 3% health anyways, would have been more beneficial. And then the Weavile, you predicted the Protect, and you Swords Danced, and that was the end. Your Weavile went ahead and swept the rest of the game. Like I said, both teams have to figure out when it's appropriate to set up. Celebi likes to do it early. If you're able to whittle down his team a little bit and find an opportunity to set up, you win. And that I'm not exactly, but it's pretty darn close to what I said last week's podcast on how to beat Celebi. Your 101 on how to beat Celebi. So
Yeah, Selby needs to work on that, to be honest.
yeah, it's his own playstyle, and it works for him. So
Like,
he's
yeah,
using it
but
for that.
we see how it's like really screwing his team over.
He made some changes. That's another thing we can go over. All right, switch over to the main, and we're gonna go over Celebi actually. Hey, trades and transactions. Celebi
But the
made
match
all
isn't
6
even
different
over.
weapons. What?
The match wasn't even over again. Eh, whatever.
I told you I had three things.
Okay,
I added
okay.
stuff in.
Celebi's trades. So Celebi made all of his trades this week.
I just said that.
Trading Manaphy for Thunderous Therian, Celebi for Superior, Camera Up for Hypno,
No, you said it wrong. It's not Hypno. It's Schnoz. He will be pissed at me if we don't pronounce it like that.
Well,
I do want to point out
Hypno.
that the particular set that he likes to run is banned. That's
Then why don't you ban it, my dude?
his set that he likes to run is banned. Okay, not the actual Pokemon.
Okay.
But Schnoz has made a return, just not with the broken ass
Anyways,
set.
Xurkitree for
I
Volcanion,
invented.
Drapion versus Tyrantrum, and Togetic for Spiritomb. Gala, how do you think this is gonna help him?
I think this is going to help him out a lot and everything. The Xurkitree to the Volcanion will give him a little bit of some bulk, but it'll also give him a couple more options for sets that he can run, which he did not have with the Xurkitree. Camera Up for Hypno. Hypno gives him status, Wish Pass user, as well as other things. The Manaphy for the Thunderous and everything. I think this is really going to work out for him. He loves using that Thunderous Therian. He knows how to use it well. In leagues where he's had it in the past, he's done extremely well, and made playoffs. So that's something that you're going to have to be mindful of, although he does like to set up with it and everything. So keep that in mind. Superior is always a threat, whether you bring it, go ahead and you bring it like a Leech Seed defensive, or you go ahead and something like Specs or Scarf with Thief Storm, and if you use it right, and just sweep through an entire team, just like that.
Boy, I know you are
Tyrantrum
not
gives
like
him another
boasting
setup
on your
sweeper.
mon. I said I know you are not boasting on your mon.
Oh, I love Superior, so.
Get out of here.
Anyways, Tyrantrum is another setup sweeper that she can use, which I'm a little bit interested to see how he'll use, considering he also has Druddigon. The two dragon types is a little bit interesting and everything. There are some cases where something like that works. However, there are also some cases where they don't work. We're just going to see how that works for him. And then the Togekiss for Spiritomb and everything. So Togetic, I'm sorry, for Spiritomb. Hypno has kind of replaced the role that Togetic would have had, except that I don't think it gets Defog. However, Superior gets Defog. I mean, if you Defog on Superior. Um, but then Spiritomb gives him options. Well, just dark type, ghost type moves and everything, but also status moves, which I think will be beneficial to his team. I mean, if he can slow down on your opponent or like toxic burn something that stops his sweep and everything before it even comes out, oh my gosh. And how well he is at setting up and sweeping, it'll prove to be problematic.
Oh yeah. Personally, I do think that he he does have a defogger in Superior and in Savali.
Oh, that's right, Sabala gets defog too. That's not a bad
Yeah,
defogger then.
remember I drafted it last season just because of that and because it was a grass type. And then yeah, with the whole double dragon thing, I don't. Yeah, Celebi, you better win some games, or I'm really gonna question your reason for having double dragon and for the 3 rain dance thing that you tried to pull against. Who was it against? Let's see. I'm pretty sure it was against Nick.
Dante, maybe?
Nick or no, it wasn't against Dante. It was the 1 week that you were absent. So I think it was either Leafy or Nick. But anyways,
It was Nick then.
probably Nick. Anyways, next up we have Psy Guy
No,
versus.
it may have been Leafy. I don't remember, but it doesn't matter anymore.
Anyways, Psy Guy versus Tepig. Take it away.
Alrighty, Toxic, Suicune, bad. That's all I can say about that is, bad, bad, bad. You never, ever let your Suicune get status, especially Toxic.
Unless it's
It
burned.
cripples it right from the start, and you're doomed, unless you run Rest, which I mean, it's one of the
Which
two
basically
common sets, but
Tepig never runs.
most people don't run it. There's 2 sets. But no, getting toxic on the Suicune was worst possible scenario. Bold play with the Houndoom out to kill the Starmie and everything. I thought that was perfectly executed. And you got rid of a huge threat in Starmie. For Rapid Spin, Recover, Scalds. I mean, it had a lot of coverage moves as well. And as well with it being fast, I thought that was a really smart gamble, and it paid off. The nice read on the incoming Mega Beedrill. This was later in the game after some stuff went back and forth. Not really much of importance and everything, I don't think. But on the incoming Mega Beedrill, you use Stone Edge with Bulu to kill it. And that right there, the Mega Beedrill was the only thing that could have kept you in this game. And with the read, it squashed your chance to win. And then my last note here, which is to sum it all up and everything, was you were just outplayed. And because of that and everything, I thought maybe a little bit out prepped and everything, but like I said, that Mega Beedrill really put in work. It killed the Kyurem with it was like a poison jab or something like that. It really did do a lot to Saigai's team, but however, if Saigai played around that and everything, which he did perfectly, especially with the read, that plus Mega Aerodactyl and everything coming in, claiming multiple kills. You had problems dealing with the Mega Aerodactyl as well. Really, just that's why you lost. That plus, like I said, don't let Suicune get toxic. Even I'm guilty of having that happen a few times, but this one here was, cringeworthy.
Yeah. Personally, I don't know. Like, I think once Suicune and Latios were killed, Mega Aerodactyl just won. That was basically it.
Yeah, like I said, Mega Aerodactyl killed the Mega Beedrill and everything easily.
Unless he had like an
And
air
that just as a
balloon.
generalization. his I did say Mega Aerodactyl was his threat. However, Tepig's threat was the Mega Beedrill and everything, and if he was
Yeah.
able to work around the Mega Aerodactyl and everything, Mega Beedrill would be able to claim multiple kills. On the other hand, if Sagai worked around Mega Beedrill, Mega Aerodactyl could claim multiple kills. Whoever worked around it better, and Sagai did a wonderful job at it.
Yeah. I'm personally curious about this next match. We have
Dante versus Pred. I have a few notes for this one, but then the rest of it, I really can't. It's just, I don't know. It seemed bland, and that's not a term I like to use. Like, except for the few things I have written down, the rest of the battle was just bland and one. I mean, it was looked one-sided and bland to me. It just wasn't fun. My few notes were turn one, nice read onto the Hoopa. Whether you thought it was coming in, you just knock off an item. But going and knocking off turn one and then killing Hoopa. Hoopa actually was a pretty decent sized threat to your team. Like I said, Pred played really well, and then my last note, Tropius, ban next season question mark. Obviously his set, it didn't work against Pred. However, I'm just the set in general, oh my. That Tropius stayed on the field way too long. And it really was a problem. And if he continued to get his berry back, which he ended up not doing, which eventually Pred Scizor killed it. But I mean, if you continue to get your berry back, you may have had a chance at this one and everything. But you know, the berry eventually did not come back, and yeah, then Pred just outplayed you, and like I said, the rest it just became dull, one-sided, and it just was there. I just don't have much to say more about it.
It
It's
wasn't
just
it wasn't a good like
there was, I felt like there's no competitiveness about it. I mean, it just minus the things that I said about it, it was just a boring battle. It was just one-sided. It just
so basically like half of my matches.
no, your battles are a lot more entertaining. This one was.
Oh, that's a first.
No,
No, I mean
I'm
like
not sure if it's because it was like a 6-0, he didn't get any kills, if that helped, but
true.
you let me down, Dante. I mean, come on. I mean,
But then again,
I'm
it's
sorry,
Pred.
but it was one of the most uneventful, boring battles I've seen in a very long time.
But it's Pred, so. And Pred gets everything in this league, confirmed. You
So,
can't tell me that I'm wrong, because he's made playoffs every season.
yes, he has.
Exactly.
And yet he's only won once.
Yeah, but I don't know. Pred, fight me. I don't care. Anyways, so next up, and this one actually ended finally. We have the other possible game of the week. To be honest, not only because it was my own battle, and not just because I actually won, but I feel like this was like back and forth. Like it could have been anyone's game.
Okay.
Um,
My notes are...
Go ahead. You talk about it, my dude.
Cobalion early sweep helped you win. You made a brilliant play with the Cobalion, and it really did. It was just wow. And then it put Flagon in a position to be extremely defensive with one hacks in your favor, completely just destroying any chance that he had, and that happened. With the Kyurem Black, the crit on the Kyurem Black with a Fire Blast. However, I still don't think it would have completely mattered.
Yeah,
However,
it was doing like 70 something max.
so I don't think overall it would have mattered. Your Shaman had max speed, if I'm correct.
I believe you're
Um,
correct.
so really the Air Slash on the switch in, plus another one which would have, I'm pretty sure, outsped the Kyurem Black. Unless it was scarfed, killed it anyways.
It wasn't. It was he revealed in the end that it was actually a Roost 3 attack set.
Okay, so yeah. So it would have ended up killing anyway, so I don't think that would have mattered. The last note I have, a couple notes, we forgot about Aftermath. You forgot about Aftermath, that was unfortunate, but really it didn't change much of the battle and everything. The only thing that would have changed was Kybalion would
not
have
dying.
survived that turn, but Crobat would have been able to come in and...
I was still +2, my dude. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, never mind, I remember.
Mm-hmm. So, and then the last thing, speaking of Crobat, you had to play around Crobat. Towards the end with Shaman and the Mega Pinsir, you had to play around the Crobat, figuring out when things were coming in, making reads and predictions.
Crobat was so stupid, my dude.
But eventually, you made the right one, and you made the read, and you were able to kill the Mega Venusaur. Then, in the end and everything, after the Crobat killed the Mega Pinsir, came in with Sneasel, and you clicked Ice Shard to win the game. So, like I said, the biggest notes are the Kybalion sweep. The Kybalion mini sweep helped you really early, minimize his team, and then the crit on the Kyurem Black was just adding a thing. Injury.
Yeah. I mean,
but overall, it was a good game.
I'm starting to think that just because of me having, like, I don't know what the word is. Like, just because all of my battles somehow have hacks in them, that they're entertaining. Like, for the past 5 weeks, I've been hacked and missing moves. And I think I missed... Did I miss a Seed Flare this week?
I don't remember.
Yeah, nor do I. Anyways, but, yeah, there's always something for some reason. But, good game to Flygon. Truly. And let's get on to the MVPs, because MVPs are in...
Well, let's go ahead and let's just talk for like 10 seconds here, and then we can go on to the standings first.
Gala?
I'm so sorry. I don't know if this will be louder, if it'll be softer. But once again, Gala's train of thought part 3.
Oh no! Nope! Nope! Nope!
We are not stopping the recording. I won't be able to finish.
That is not what I'm doing.
It is 12 a.m. and
I'm about to mute you, my dude.
Then mute me, because
nah, it's too late. I hear it.
Because it's coming from the south.
I hear
it. If it's coming from the north, it'll be louder.
I hear it. It's too late.
It'll be softer because of where the crossing is positioned.
Yeah, it's too late. I already hear it. Okay, now I don't hear it. Anyways.
Okay, so to say it shouldn't be that loud. Is this another short train?
Oh my God.
That was another short train. What the fuck? There's been 3 short trains. Like,
that's
legitimately, the trains usually have like 120. The last 2 have had like 5, like 2 engines and like 3 cars and another engine at the end. I don't understand, but.
And you wonder why this guy's not an engineer.
You know what you're doing. You can do what you want.
Anyways.
And now my blinds won't go back down.
So anyways, let's go to the MVP for week 6.
I thought we were doing standings.
Oh yeah, we were doing standings. Well, take it away, because I'm not on the standings page.
Alrighty then. So Shadow Division, Cynthia is currently sitting nice and pretty up on top at 5-1, plus 16. Second place, myself, Galactic. I am 4-2, plus 7. Gil now drops down to 3rd after being tied with me before our battle. He's now 3-3, minus 3. Miku, you grabbed your first win and everything, going ahead and keeping you very much alive in the playoff race.
That's debatable.
1-5 right now, but only minus 13. Thunder Division.
Still, that's
we
debatable.
have Alfonso currently leading on top, 5-1, plus 14. Bryn, also 5-1. Who would have thought that? Oh, that's right, I did. At plus 8, Leafy. big drop between the two of them, from second and third and everything. 4 wins behind at 1 and 5, definitely not out at -10, and Red King nabbing his first win, unfortunately with a forfeit, over Nick this week, at -25. Had a hiccup there for a minute. River Division with Dante's 6-0 loss to Pred, that bumped Pred up and into first place in his division for the first time, I think, in the entire season. Because if I'm correct, because week 2 he lost, and then week 1 he won 5-0 actually. So actually no, I think he was first week 1 because Dante 3-0'd Leafy and Nick 3-0'd Tepig. So he was first due to differential then, but that doesn't matter. So Pred at 4-2 plus 14. Dante is now in second, also at 4-2 plus 7. Nick drops down and stays in third. This time 2-4 minus 7, so that's like the exact opposite of Dante. And then Tepig sitting at 1-5 minus 11. Win Division is currently on top. Flygon 4-2 plus 10. Right behind him though, Sagai 4-2 plus 9. Tash with an unfortunate loss here. Versus Alfonso drops down to 3-3, and then just 0. No plus, no minus on that KD differential. And then Celebi at 1-5 minus 16. As for the league standings, this puts Cynthia at number 1 at 5-1 plus 16, which is a +2 differential over second place Afonso. So that puts Cynthia, Afonso, and Bryn with 5 wins. Pred, Flygon, Sagai, Dante, and myself, Galactic, with 4. Tash and Gil with 3. Nick being the only one with 2. But then we still have 5 teams: Leafy, Tepig, Miku, Celebi, and Red King with only 1 win.
Big oof.
So with this, there was a change to the playoffs. Cynthia would still be playing myself, Galactic. Afonso would be playing Bryn. However, Pred will now be playing Dante, and Flygon will now be playing Sagai if playoffs started today, which they do not.
Boo.
Okay, now you can do your MVPs.
Okay, so MVPs are super simple as usual. There's been a little bit of jump everywhere. I'm actually pretty happy about these. So first up we have Megalopony.
Yay, me!
Yeah.
That's probably the last time that'll ever happen.
Most likely. Then just short behind is the Mega Gyarados, followed by Mega Manectric. Kyron Black, who did not secure a kill this week, I think.
No, I got
No,
one.
he got 1 kill. Alakazam shooting its way up somehow at number 5. Mega Aerodactyl securing some kills at number 6. Then Mega Glade. Swoobat is finally dropping, thank God. But sadly,
I helped with that.
But sadly, Tropius is also falling at the number 9 slot. And finally, the Lisbon All-Stars have their beautiful little Tapu Koko. Not much of a shock, to be honest.
So how does this change your prediction based upon last week?
It doesn't. Nothing changes my prediction. Tropius will be number 1.
I'm not talking about that just being number 1. I'm just talking about because there are a couple of new Mons. There are a couple of Mons that dropped out. Where do you think some of these new Mons will place? Where do you think, you know?
After this week, I will say this. Lopunny is going to be number 3.
Okay.
Gyarados number 1. Manectric number 7. Kyron Black.
Wait, Gyarados number 1?
Yes. Kyron Black.
I thought you said Tropius. I thought you said nothing would change your mind about.
I mean, if it's not Tropius, it's gonna be Mega Gyarados.
Okay, okay.
But Mega Gyarados will be number 2 if that's the case. Kyron Black will fall to 6. Alakazam will somehow find a way to be number 10. Mega Arrow falls out of the top 5, or out of the top
10.
It'll go to number 8. It'll go to number 8. Glade will go to number 5 somehow. Swoobat will die because nobody likes Swoobat or Gil. And then Tropius will be number 1 because it will get 6 kills versus me somehow. And then Tapu Koko will fall out of the top 5 but into the top 9.
Okay.
Big predictions. Anyways, next, our week 7, because I can't speak today, we have a couple good matches, surprisingly. We have Tepig versus Pred, and I should have pulled up my predictions, because I don't know my predictions.
I'm pulling mine up right now.
Good idea. Yes, we have
and everything.
we have really cool things here for once in our life.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. Shout out to Leafy here and everything. Said that he would do
You
them
know
in the
what?
beginning, and then forgot.
This actually
and then
helps
he said,
a lot.
Galactic, are you going to ever make pick'ems? And I'm just like, well, I was, but then you said, like, at the beginning of the season that you would take care of them. I was like, and then he's like, oh shit, you're right. So then he started making pick'ems, starting with week 7s.
Yeah.
So another thing this does here and everything is,
This
I
helps
also
me out.
asked him to get our logos into our Discord server as
That wasn't him.
emotes.
That wasn't him. He didn't do that because you did.
I did a few of them, but some of them weren't able to make it in because the size was big. The picture size was too big, so I asked him to fix the size and put them in.
Yeah, that is true.
So I was only able to put in like 2 or 3 because I don't have any editing thing, and I'm not that kind of savvy. So
Same.
excuse me.
So with that being said,
I swallowed wrong. So once again, just thank you for taking care of this, Leafy. It means a lot.
Taking that so out of context. Anyways, so with that being said, what are we looking at now? So, I have Pred winning over Tepig. I think Tepig is still super rusty after 6 weeks of pretty decent battling, I would say. But Pred's on a non-stop path of destruction. Basically all I can say. This one goes 5-0 Pred.
Okay. For this one here and everything, I think it'll be closer. I think it'll be a 2 or 3-0 and everything. Tepig tends to do a little bit better against players that like to run a little bit more defensive teams than offensive teams, which is Pred's style and everything. However, I do think that Pred's team looks better. However, I really, really am liking Suicune in this battle. However, once again, the Clefable can stop that, but other than that, I mean, really, without the Clefable and everything, this Suicune, you are not hearing anything out of me anymore.
Anyways.
Because I could rant, because I had a similar matchup with the team this week, and I won 5-0, so...
Alright.
I never said anything.
So, anyways. Next up we have Dante versus Flygon, and I'm sorry, but Flygon basically has more momentum, has a better team. And I know I just said momentum and all that, even though Flygon just lost to me. But losing to me...
Yeah, but Dante just got 6-0'd versus Pred. There's more.
But yeah, as well, 6-0'd by Pred. And losing to me really doesn't lose any confidence at all. Or momentum. Because I'm trash. But not as trash as Gil. So, anyways, I say Flygon is going to win this 2-0.
I think it'll be a little bit more. I think it'll be more of a 5-4 win and everything. The Electrode can do a decent amount in this matchup and everything, minus the Mammoth one. And the Crocodile and everything. But I mean, other stuff that he likes to run. If he wants to bring Toxapex as defensive and everything, well, that thing takes care of that Thunderbolt, around and everything. It kills the Swallow. The Mammoth, it's going to do a decent amount to the Tropius and everything. I really don't think Tropius has the best matchup here, as you can see. Mega Venusaur hurts it and everything. Kyurem Black hurts it and everything. Crobat hurts it. Zoroark can hurt it because of where it's situated and everything in.
Yeah.
Infernape can hurt it. Electrode can hurt it and everything. Master Rain can hurt it. I mean, it really has a worst possible matchup and everything. And you know he's going to bring it.
Yeah.
I dare you. It's just Flygon's team looks like it matches up really well against Dante's team. Although I do like the Mega Ampharos in this matchup, everything, minus the Rhyperior aside.
Alright. Of course you do have Flygon.
Yes, I do. I just
Next-
have, like, 4-0.
Next up, you're gonna get ready for this one. Red King versus Miku.
Oh, joy.
Two people named Afonso, Bryn, Dante, some Brazilian I can't name. Red King is Red King as usual. Psy Guy. Hope you enjoy your loss. Because for once I'm not doing my stupid shtick where I basically congratulate my opponent on a victory. I'm coming off a 2-0 win versus Flygon. That really doesn't mean much to me sometimes. But you gotta think about it like this. It's Flygon. I'm Miku. Nobody wins here when you're playing Miku, or when Miku is playing. But I think this is gonna be the match. His team does look pretty scary though. I'm going to say it's gonna be between 1 and 3-0.
Okay.
Oh, and I do want to wish you good luck, Red King. Alright, go ahead.
Red King hasn't played in a very, very long.
Very.
He's taking a little bit of a break and everything.
Poker rest.
With trainer departing and everything, he lined up and he asked, and I delivered. And in this situation here and everything, I think it'll be pretty even because I've seen him play with Poker Rest before, and he usually doesn't have a lot of it and everything. His team, though, the trades that he made, really did boost his team, and it looks quite scary and everything. However, I do have Miku win this one, and I think it'll be a really close 1 or 2-0.
Alright. With that being said, we have a pretty easy matchup. I don't understand why you went Celebi here. But Psy Guy versus Celebi.
See, Bryn Senpai knows where it's at.
Underdogs will not help you this week, I'm telling you, man. I have Psy Guy 5-0.
I have Celebi 4-0.
Okay.
And I have a reason behind it.
Oy vey.
It's the same reason why a few weeks ago, you went ahead and everybody else said, oh yeah, it's Dante versus Saigai and everything. Saigai's going to mop the floor with him. Dante won 4-0.
It's
And
not
then I
gonna
laughed
happen,
in
man.
everybody's face.
Get it out of your head. It's not gonna happen. Anyways.
Have you seen the track record that Saigai has against Celebi? It's pitiful.
Oy vey. Anyways.
I'm serious. Now, I think Saigai has a really good matchup on here, and I think that he has a potential to win and everything. Don't get me wrong and everything. I think Saigai can win and might win. However, when he's playing Celebi, all of my optimism and everything that I know about Saigai and about how he should win is gone. And I immediately choose Celebi. And looking at the track record that I've chosen for it and everything, about 3/4 of the time, I'm right. So, I'd rather continue to pick Celebi knowing that 3 out of 4 times I'm right than always pick Saigai and know 3 out of 4 times I'm wrong, or alternate and just have it all screwed up. But no, I'm going with Celebi on this one. He'll win.
Alright, next up we have Afonso versus Bryn. And this is game of the week. No doubt about it.
This is game of the week. This is game of the week here.
I have Afonso here because Bryn decided to vote against me. No, just kidding. Love you, senpai. I think Afonso just has the better matchup. I think no matter how badly Bryn tries to meme, it's not gonna work out. Like, sorry,
He's
man.
not really memeing. I mean, he's
Memeing, but he's somehow winning with memes.
not even big memes. I mean, he's playing smart and he's playing really well. And I'm so happy to see him doing this and everything because he's such a good competitive battler. And 5-1 right now and everything, like I said, that's exactly where he deserves to be.
Yeah.
However, I'm looking at this team here and everything, and I see a lot of things that are threats to his team.
Yeah.
I also see a couple things that are threats to Afonso's team and everything. You're gonna love hearing me say this, okay?
Okay.
Minus Mega Gyarados. Mega Camerupt has a great matchup.
Why am I glad to hear that?
Because it's amazing. It's a Mega Camerupt.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Like I said, the Weavile is going to do well. I truly think these teams are just... I don't know. I mean, seriously, it took me forever to pick a winner in this one because these teams are so well built to destroy each other. And I eventually went with Afonso, and everything for my pick'ems, and I can't change that. However, it's going to be a 1 or a 2-0, and it won't be anything more than that and everything because I'm being absolutely serious here. Bryn can win this game easily, and I cannot speak more highly about this game. If prep is right on both sides, this game is going to be it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be Afonso 2-0.
Okay.
Next up we have probably another game of the week, to be honest. I mean, I know I say that about every week. There's like 2 game of the weeks, but this one is honestly a definite contender. We have Galactic versus Tash, and I think I voted for Tash here. Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
you did. There's only 3 people that voted for me.
But at the same
Those
time,
people being Sagai, Dante, and Tash.
oh yeah,
Tash voted for me. I voted for Tash. That's how it works and everything. So I guess that tells you my prediction already is going to be Tash. I have my work cut out for me this week. His team is extremely scary, and I'm going to need to find my way to get around certain things because
yeah,
his team's a problem.
yeah. I think just Tash is the better matchup. That's why I chose him. So
I think Tash has the better matchup too. I don't think that it's out of my possibility to win this thing at all and everything, but I'm going to have to spend a lot of time prepping for this match this week. I haven't started prepping for anything this week, and I'm not happy about that.
oh same, don't worry.
But tomorrow, after I get back from my math, um,
From your what?
it's prep time. I'm going to math tutoring because I'm dumb. No, I'm just kidding.
You know
But
I'm here
no,
for you,
I fell behind a little bit in math, and I need to catch up with it. And um, one of my dad's best friends from when he grew up and everything, last year, retired, and she went ahead. She was the algebra teacher and math teacher at a high school, and she retired, and she was generous enough to offer to tutor me absolutely for free. Um, and I can't thank her enough for that because it really means a lot because it what I want to do with my life involves a lot of math. So, um, so that's going to become a priority for me. So,
yeah. Hey, Gala, question.
hmm.
Do you mind if I change a pick? Because I actually do want to change a pick.
You can change it on here, but as for the actual pick'ems, you can't and everything. Leafy's already locked them in.
Oh, that's so dumb.
Well, I
Cause,
mean, it is
cause
Wednesday.
no, it's for week 8. It's for week 8.
Oh, for week 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are still open.
Okay, sick. And I'll change it on the Discord later. Um,
But we haven't even started for week 8 yet.
yeah, we have.
No, I meant we haven't gone over pick'ems for
Oh
week.
no, I know, and I'll get to that soon. But I just have a pick'em for that I needed to change. Anyways,
Okay.
so anyways, there's really no reason to talk about this next match.
Yes, there is. This is gonna be a good match.
It's gonna be a good match, but it's just gonna be a bored match.
For you, but for other people and everything who don't absolutely despise games.
No, it's not
We
just
need.
because of that. It's because this match, I don't think there's really going to be that. It's gonna be one-sided. It's gonna be 5-0 Cynthia.
Okay.
Gil's gonna lose his what does he have? Celesteela? It's either Celesteela or Victini. He's gonna lose that first.
He has Victini.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's gonna lose his Kartana very early, and that's gonna end up screwing him. And that's all I can say, because I can't say that because it's Gil.
I think if Gil preps this right, I think he has a matchup advantage over Cynthia. If he preps it right, however, if he doesn't prep it right, Cynthia also has an advantage over him. In this one here, I went with Gil, and I'm going to keep that and everything because I think both teams will prep right. And if that happens, I think Gil may get away with a 1-0 win.
Alright, and so finally, we have Nick versus Leafy. I'm pretty sure I went with Nick here, yeah. Despite Nick coming off of a forfeit loss because of a phone error, I do think that he has not lost his edge at all, while Leafy is slowly losing his edge. Sorry, Leafy. But I do think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be 2-0 Nick.
Okay. I think it's going to be a little bit bigger. I think it might be a 3-0 or something like that. Nick has all the proper tools to defeat Leafy's team. Especially the defensive cores that Leafy currently has. Celesteela, Mega Autonova, stuff like that and everything. Nick has stuff like Mega Sharpedo, Landorus, Komodo, of also other defensive mons in Bronzong and everything, which really the only answers that Leafy has to that and stuff like that is Entei. I think Nick has such a good matchup in this particular situation. Rotom Mo, Salazzle gets rid of the Celesteela, when Ninetales and everything does a decent amount of damage, also setting up Aurora Veil, which takes pretty much care of any offensive threats that Leafy might want to have in this situation. The only thing that I see out of Leafy and everything that gives him a decent-sized matchup and everything is the Roserade. So, I mean, if he can keep the Roserade around, the Roserade will do a decent amount. However, it's one Mon, and one Mon's hard to play around. So, but I think Nick will win this 3 or 4-0.
Oh yeah. And so with that being said, that is the week 7 predictions. Thank you guys for watching so much.
Sorry for it being a little late and everything.
And a little
We had
lackluster.
stuff come up, and then when one of us could record, the other one could record, and then when the other person could record, the other one. It's been a long couple of days for the both of us. So
Yeah, the staff
I'd
is
like to apologize for it being
the staff is getting a
day
little
late.
bonus. The staff is getting a little bonus for this. So
What does that mean?
oh wait, I didn't tell you.
What?
We're going to B-dubs, my dude.
What?
We're going to Buffalo Wild Wings.
You're going to Buffalo Wild
No,
Wings?
no, we both are.
I'm allergic to Buffalo Wild Wings. You know this.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Duh.
Well, cancel that. We're going to the chocolate factory. Anyways,
Also
um,
allergic to chocolate.
God, I forgot.
How could you forget? Oh my god.
Well, we're going to.
I'm allergic to dairy and eggs. Get that through your head.
I knew
can't
that, and I forgot about.
anything.
And I forgot chocolate had that. Anyways,
Chocolate is milk.
it is.
It's milk and cocoa powder.
Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this podcast, please hit that like down below. Subscribe if you're new. I think we are actually really close to 50 subs, so yeah, let's make that a goal.
Hold on, I wanna figure this out. Let's go YouTube.
Oh yes, please figure this out. Anyways, guys,
no, hold on.
comment
We're
down
gonna figure
below
this
your
out
predictions.
recording. We're
Comment.
gonna figure this out while we're recording.
I mean,
You have
we have just hit the
48
hour mark.
subs.
We've just hit the hour mark.
Yay!
Yeah. So, anyways, hit that subscribe
You
button.
get to hear my voice longer.
And until next time, Mikuins, be prepared for another video coming out because, ooh, it's gonna be fun. Until then, peace out, Mikuins. Peace out, Mikuins. Nya nya, let's roll.